Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful book by Sadok Tsega. It's called But God, When Love Rewrites Your Story. And really, it's all about how two simple, tiny words can come in and completely flip the script on your entire life. Right from the jump, the book hits you with this question. What if your worst chapter isn't your final chapter? I mean, think about that for a second. It immediately makes you consider your own story, your failures, and asks you to believe that maybe, just maybe, there's a different ending possible. So to really feel the impact of this but God idea, the book first sets the stage with a pretty bleak before picture. It quotes from Ephesians chapter 2, verses 1 through 3. And you were dead in the trespasses and sins, following the course of this world, and were by nature children of wrath, like the rest of mankind. You know, this isn't just saying we messed up a little. The idea here is that we were spiritually cut off, done, totally hopeless. And the author really wants you to sit with that for a moment. Based on that description, it's game over. There's no coming back from that. The story, by all rights, should have just ended right there. So you've got this story that has hit a complete dead end. It feels final, it feels tragic, and then, bam, the author drops the two words that serve as the ultimate plot twist, interrupting everything. And this is that pivot. Right after that description of total hopelessness, the story gets rewritten. The verse goes on in chapter 2, verses 4 and 5. Being rich in mercy, because of the great love with which he loved us, even when we were dead in our trespasses, made us alive together with Christ. That's it right there. That's the divine intervention, the rescue mission. So the book argues that but God isn't just some casual phrase. Nope, it's a foundational principle. It's like this incredible bridge that connects despair to hope, failure to redemption. It connects what felt like the end of your story to a brand new beginning. And the change that this bridge makes possible, it's absolutely radical. I mean, look at this. The starting point is dead in sin, a child of wrath. But after that but God moment, the identity is completely remade. Now it's alive with Christ, a beloved child of God. The contrast is just staggering. But what kind of love is this exactly? Well, the book makes it clear this is not a passive, sit back and watch kind of love. Oh no. It's an active, pursuing love. A love that actually runs toward the danger to rescue the one who is lost. To make this real, the author points to the story of David. Remember this? A lion comes and snatches one of his lambs. Now, David could have just cut his losses, right? It's just one lamb. But he doesn't. He charges the lion. He later says in 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 36, your servant has killed both the lion and the bear. He ran straight into the jaws of death for that one lamb. And the book uses this incredible story as a foreshadowing of something even greater. The point is that Jesus is the good shepherd who runs toward your lion, whatever that predator is in your life that has you in its grip, whether it's sin or shame or fear. He runs toward it. And it's not just about running toward external dangers. This pursuing love also runs toward those of us who have willingly, knowingly wandered off on our own. You can't see this more clearly than in the parable of the prodigal son. The son's journey to rock bottom is fast and brutal. He demands his inheritance, which is basically like saying, Dad, I wish you were dead. He blows it all on wild living and ends up humiliated and starving in a pig pen. The only thing left to do is start that long, shameful walk home, rehearsing his speech to beg for a job. But then you get this incredible climax. This is the heart of it all. Luke chapter 15, verse 20 says, But when he was still a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion, and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. The book points out that crucial word, ran. A dignified older man would never run in that culture, but he did. He sprinted toward his broken son. This whole reaction is just scandalous, really. The father doesn't wait for an apology. He doesn't demand some probationary period. He just embraces his son and immediately throws a massive party. The book calls this the outrageous, beautiful nature of divine grace. So you see all these pictures, the shepherd charging the lion, the father running down the road, they're all building up to something. They're all pointing toward what the book calls history's ultimate rescue mission. And here it is. The ultimate but God moment in all of history, the death and resurrection of Jesus. Think about it. On Friday, he cries out, "It is finished," and it looks like the greatest tragedy ever. On Saturday, all hope seems lost. The world is just silent. But then comes Sunday, and the story pivots forever with the words, "He is not here." The tomb was empty. The conclusion the book draws from this is just immense. The cross and that empty tomb are presented as the final, ultimate proof that no situation, not even death itself, is too far gone for God to step in. That is the final, decisive but God. And then the book makes this crucial shift. It moves from this epic historical event to something deeply, deeply personal. The point is, this isn't just some ancient story we admire from a distance. It's framed as a direct personal invitation to you. So what does this "but God" reality mean for you today? Well, the book lays it out with these powerful truths. Your past, it doesn't get to define you. Your mistakes, they don't disqualify you. Your failures, they absolutely do not determine your future. And your pain, it does not get the final say. It doesn't write your story's ending. What an incredibly liberating message. And so the whole thing lands on this final, piercing question. It takes that beautiful image of the running father and aims it straight at our hearts. The father is running toward you. Are you ready to come home? And that's a powerful question to leave with. It doesn't just give us information. It asks for a decision,